So are you ready? Because I've let my curls out. I have donned the apron that my avô gave to me. And we're going to make some Portuguese bacalhau. This quick and super tasty version of Portuguese bacalhau, or cod stew, means enjoying these flavors just got so much easier. Your only prep time is chopping your vegetables, and then you're on your way to digging into all this deliciousness. Hello everyone, I'm Catherine, and I'm so excited for the recipe today because Portugal Day is coming up this week. So we've decided to prepare one of our favorite recipes, which is a dish that I grew up eating, Portuguese bacalhau, or codfish. Bacalhau is the word for codfish in Portuguese, and salted cod is one of Portugal's national dishes. And there are so many different ways to prepare bacalhau, but our version is based on the way that I remember my mother and my grandmothers most often making it when I was a kid. So in their versions, the salted cod was paired, like any good Portuguese recipe, with some onion, some potatoes, tomatoes, sweet red bell pepper, and it's topped with olives and breadcrumbs. The one caveat to cooking with salted cod is that it's salted, and in order to make it palatable again, it needs to be soaked in fresh water for at least 24 hours. And that water needs to be changed 2 to 3 times during that 24-hour period. So the tasty, thrifty, timely swap is the pantry-friendly hearts of palm. If you've watched our pantry tips video, you'll know that we love having hearts of palm in our pantry. It's actually a vegetable that comes from the core of certain palm tree varieties, but it's a fantastic, oh my gosh, look, it's like fish. It just slips out of your fingers. It's a fantastic fish substitute, and it smells fishy too. And you can slice it and it'll stay firm and resemble the codfish, for instance, in this recipe, or you can flake it and it'll look like flaked white fish. It's sold canned, usually by the other canned vegetables or beans, sometimes in an international aisle, and we can find it at all of our large grocery stores. Swapping the codfish with hearts of palm, no time is added to the cooking time. Your only prep is the time it takes to chop the vegetables, and this large can costs us $5.79, whereas salted cod would cost us closer to $15. My mom makes this bacalhau in a large pot on the stovetop, but I like to bake it for a little bit of extra crispiness on the top. Both methods are quite similar, so I've preheated my oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to start by getting a bit of extra flavor onto these hearts of palm. So drain the liquid in the can and slice these up to resemble chunks of codfish. We're going to sprinkle about 1 teaspoon smoked paprika on here and slice up about 4 of these seaweed snack sheets to boost that fishy flavor. You can make this without the seaweed if you don't have it on hand. And we'll let this sit while we slice the rest of our veggies. Mince 3 cloves of garlic, thinly slice 1 red bell pepper. I never used to cut peppers this way. Gordon Ramsay taught me this. Not personally, but on the YouTube. 1 large yellow onion. You can do all your chopping by hand, or if you have a mandolin slicer, it can make the process a little faster. 1 to 2 large tomatoes, and 3 to 5 yellow potatoes. I use yellow potatoes so that I can leave the skin on and save some time not having to peel them, but feel free to peel them, especially if you have a tougher skinned potato. It's just bringing back all the childhood memories. No, it's the onion. And with your veggies sliced, we're now going to layer everything. So whether you're making this in a pot on the stovetop or baking it like I am, you can really use whatever size pot or casserole dish you have and do as many layers as you can or want. This casserole dish is 9 by 13 inches and I can get 2 layers in here. For both methods, start by drizzling the bottom of the pot or the dish with olive oil, spread that around, then put onion down as the bottom layer. This will make sure nothing sticks to the bottom. Next is a layer of tomato slices, then potato, then sprinkle half the pepper, then half the hearts of palm, sprinkle that with some garlic, salt, and pepper, and more smoked paprika, and I'm going to repeat those layers 1 more time, but do as many as you'd like to fill your dish. When you're done your layering, add in about 1/4 cup of veggie broth. You can use water too. We always have our homemade veggie broth from the scraps of the vegetables that we use every day, like these ones that we just chopped up. So if you're interested in our video for homemade veggie broth, click the link below. And we're gonna drizzle just a little bit of extra olive oil on the top because we are cooking Portuguese food here. If you're making this on the stovetop, then put your pot over medium heat and cook it for about 25 to 30 minutes. You can add in any more broth or water if it's looking a little dry at any point in the cooking process. And for baking it, we're going to put it in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Okay, so this has been in the oven for 30 minutes. The potatoes are pretty tender and the top is getting nice and crispy. So I've raised my oven temperature to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to top it with a 375 milliliter can of pitted black olives. We're gonna put about a quarter cup of our homemade breadcrumbs, and we're going to bake this for another 10 minutes. And it's done once your potatoes are fork tender. So if they're nice and soft, you're good to go. And the thinner you can slice your potatoes, the quicker it'll cook. If you've cooked your bacalhau on the stovetop, just add the olives, the breadcrumbs, and some fresh parsley to serve it up. And no Portuguese meal is complete without some bread. And what are the ends of bread for, other than eating them as soon as you cut it? I can never get over how tasty this is. It's so simple, but the sweetness from the onions and the pepper and the heartiness of the potatoes, the fishiness of the hearts of palm, the saltiness of the olives, the breadcrumbs. I've already eaten like half this plate. This is pretty bacalhau-y. This makes us 6 servings, cost us $2.50, less than $2.50 a serving, less than $15 in total, and we've saved about $9 and 24 hours of prep time by swapping the hearts of palm for the salted cod. So click the link below for this recipe, and make sure to subscribe for a new video every Sunday at 5. Thursday is Portugal Day, so we might have another Portuguese recipe video for you. So put on a Portuguese apron and make yourself some bacalhau. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Catherine, Brian's behind the camera, and we love to hear from you. So leave us a comment down below, like this video, share it with the people you love to cook with, and subscribe for a new video every Sunday at 5.